In recent days, the Ministry of Health has recorded a resurgence of new infection in the country with a rise in the positivity rate of Covid-19.
Our country is facing a resurgence of Covid-19 cases. Over the last few weeks, the country has witnessed a steady rise in the number of new cases and a slow rise in the overall positivity rate from a weekly average of 0.6% at the beginning of May 2022 to a weekly average of 10.74 in the week ending the 19th of June 2022.
The Health CS Mutahi Kagwe has ordered the mandatory wearing of face masks in public places including churches, malls, supermarkets, offices and among other public places, noting that Kenyans should get vaccinated so as to keep the virus at bay.
We need to revise our vaccination rates. Kenyans are advised to get vaccinated. Those who have not been vaccinated should do so immediately. Those who have been vaccinated and need the booster shot should take the booster shots immediately. And we appreciate that mask wearing is also part of the measures that we are supposed to be. And we explained earlier that the measures that we took at the time that we did them was as a result of the fact that we had gone down. But with regard to wearing of face masks, the mandatory wearing of face masks in open public spaces, where one is not in close proximity with another person, remains optional. However, one is required to wear a mask when in contact with other people in close confined spaces such as PSVs, aircrafts, offices, supermarkets, marketplaces, and places of worship.
The CS pointed out that there has been a slow uptake of the vaccines, noting that on a daily basis the ministry will administer more than 300,000 vaccines, but the number has gone down to as low as 5,000 on a daily basis, something that is prompting the CS to caution Kenyans on the importance of vaccination.
Vaccination status above 18 years old is as follows. Some 8,578,000 are fully vaccinated. Some 2.4 million are partially vaccinated. Some 404,000 have had booster doses administered. 31.5% is the proportion of adults fully vaccinated. Vaccinations of persons between 15 and 18 years old is 1.5 million doses administered, 820,000 partially vaccinated, and 340,000 fully vaccinated. Regrettably, as I mentioned earlier, the vaccination rate has dropped.
The Health CS announced that only international travelers who have been fully vaccinated will be exempted from the PCR test and quarantine upon arrival, and vaccinated travelers will have to present proof of the test conducted within 72 hours.
We also require worshippers to wear their face masks while inside the places of worship. All international travelers arriving into the country and who are fully vaccinated are exempt from the requirements of a PCR test and are exempt from quarantine upon arrival in the country. All unvaccinated travelers arriving at any port of entry into Kenya for whatever reason are required to be in possession of a negative PCR test results conducted not more than 72 hours before departure, regardless of the route of entry. You appreciate that the reason why that particular clause exists is because sometimes, especially in the walk-in boundaries, it is possible that a person can walk in without being fully vaccinated.